Hello everyone, welcome to another pick a card reading. My name is Amara. This is Tarot by Amara. So today's pick a card reading, we are going to ask the question, what is blocking your connection from a specific person on your mind? Now keep in mind, this reading is intended to confirm what you already know about this connection. So I'm not telling you anything new, okay? I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know of. This reading is more so a confirmation. So for a lot of you, you already intuitively know what is blocking your connection from this person, right? Like what is blocking the two of you from being together. For a lot of you, it's going to resonate differently. For some of you, it can be distance. Others of you, it could be certain circumstances like if you know there's another person involved, that's going to be implied in this reading. So just please keep that in mind. Like, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. So I do just want to put that out there. This is more so a reading, guided towards confirming your intuition about something that you already feel regarding this connection. I'm also obviously going to do an energy check-in for each pile. And I just want to clarify, the reason why I do an energy check-in is because I want you to feel like you are actually in the right pile. Like that portion of the reading is meant to also confirm that there is something in this pile that resonates with me, right? Like I get very detailed in the energy check-in. It's a huge kind of, for me as a reader, the energy check-in is really important because it indicates that all the details that come through for me intuitively is to help you. It's to confirm that you are in the right place, because it's not going to resonate with everyone, which is why I get so detailed in my energy check-in. So those are important, and I recommend that you should intuitively feel like you are in the right pile, okay? Of course, disclaimer, this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you all for your lovely comments and your support. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I really hope that you are enjoying my content. Last note, my readings are open, so if you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so with the link in my description. I offer many different kinds of readings. If you're looking for more info on a specific person, I do offer specific person love readings. So that being said, we have 3 piles in front of us. Pile number 1, you have the card very soon. Pile number 2, you have this card called rushing in now. And pile number 3, you have perfect timing. So take a moment to pause the video, think about the person on your mind, think about the energy pull between the two of you, think about your situation, make sure you are grounded before choosing your pile, and yeah, I'll just see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose very soon, welcome to your reading. We are going to ask the question, what is blocking this connection from coming together? So you chose very soon, and this is a really beautiful card. I love the colors on here. I'm just going to read the bottom portion. It says, very soon you will see the situation resolve itself, crush your limiting beliefs. So I feel like for you, when it comes to this connection, there could be a lot of fears and limiting beliefs centered around it. That could essentially be a block from the two of you coming together. It could feel like, you feel like it's never going to happen. Like the two of you are never going to come back together, come in alignment. Things are never going to work out. It's sort of like this negative self-talk that you could be providing yourself during this time. And I think that is also affecting your mood. It's affecting the way that you are looking at your person. It could be affecting the way that you are sleeping, eating, whatever the case may be. It feels like the overthinking and the stress and the limiting beliefs centered around this connection is affecting you. This card tells me that there is something sort of, it feels very much like a breakthrough. You can see the way the angel has its arms out to this door that's opening. So it feels like there's going to be some sort of clarity moment very soon that is going to help you understand this situation that you are in with your person. It's going to help you feel good. It's going to give you the sense of clarity that you were seeking, okay? So I feel like that's the message that's coming through for that card. So like I said in my intro, we do have an energy check in this in this reading. Oh, I'm losing my voice. So there could be something here about like your throat feeling blocked. You could be struggling with like a sore throat, sickness. There could be something here about what is blocking the two of you from, being together. It could be a form of lack of expression, vulnerability, not expressing to each other how you feel, and that just keeps the more of distance between the two of you. But that's what's coming through. So there's sort of like this misalignment. There could be miscommunication, misunderstandings between the two of you. But let's just see what comes out here. So you should resonate with this portion of the reading, okay? Oh, so we have the Lovers. Oh, again, like misalignment, right? Because the Lovers card is all about choice. I don't look at this card and think, necessarily this is like your soulmate or anything like that. The Lovers talks about choice, right? Alignment, divinity. And there's something here about, something happened, I feel like, in your connection with this person where it kind of shook your belief system. It shook your way of thinking. It feels like it really broke you. Whatever choice was made here about this connection really shook your world, essentially. It made you look at things differently. It made you question things. We have past life relationship. You have known each other before. Sure, this connection could have been something that was really, like, it could have felt really intense at times. It could have felt like, you maybe felt like this was the one for you. It felt really passionate. It felt really like this person was like your best friend, essentially. So we have haunted. Their vivid dreams haunt them. They dream of how they broke your heart and you moving on with someone else. We have watching you. They've been watching your social media to see what you post and get clues to know how to approach you. We have wait. The timing is not quite right. We have air energy. And we have past lack and suffering. Okay, so there's something here in this connection where maybe the timing is not quite right. I know there's some people who don't believe in, wrong person, wrong time. Right person, wrong time. I know some people don't believe that. Maybe that's what you've been told about this connection. And that's actually what's coming through. It's like, it feels like the way that you feel about this person, it feels like you haven't felt like this with anyone. And so when they sort of left, or whatever they did, whatever the case may be, whatever caused a separation between the two of you, a breakup, split, it feels like, maybe you go to your friends or your family for advice and they're like, there's no such thing as right person, wrong time. It's just wrong person, wrong time, which doesn't necessarily have to be the case. I don't believe that at all. I think that certain circumstances can keep two people apart. So there's something here about the timing is not quite right. I feel like this person's energy and your energy and how they're feeling about you right now is very mental energy, which is what the air sign indicates. It talks about communication, thoughts, and there is something here about this person sort of trying to get insight on how you're feeling about them. This could also be your energy also, right? Like you could be watching their social media. You could be trying to see if they're seeing anybody new. And, there's something here about trying to gain some sort of information on each other. And so I feel like there is someone here who is feeling very much stuck in the past in the way there's a lot of like past energy here. So either you or this person is really heavily focused on what had happened in the past, certain arguments, certain conversations, certain misunderstandings, is coming through in this reading. So it feels like they are, or you are really heavily focused on the absence in each other's lives. They can definitely feel that. And, this lack that both you and your person could be experiencing right now has a lot to do with that limiting beliefs here. So I feel like, and we'll pull tarot, but I do feel like there's something here of like what is blocking this connection could be something to do with timing and a way of thinking. So I feel like those are the two main messages that are coming through in terms of like the general energy of these cards. There is this feeling of like something needs to be resolved here, and I feel like you could be waiting on some sort of confirmation that that this is happening. And I'm really drawn to the very soon card that you guys chose, and that tells me that there is some sort of confirmation coming your way that is going to help you remove any kind of negative beliefs that you have about anything, really, about love, about this connection, about other relationships in your life. It feels like there is some sort of clarity that is really coming through here. You could find something like on their social media page or something like that. You could, through this sort of, and the reason why I say like there's this feeling of someone trying to gain information, or you guys are gaining information on each other, is this watching you card paired with the, this air sign energy, which tells me that is you're seeking out some sort of knowledge, some sort of information. That is a very air sign quality. And you don't have to have those placements at all. Like, I'm not an astrologer, so I don't really, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but there is something here about like mental energy, okay? And I would be surprised if the Ace of Swords comes out in your tarot portion of your reading. That would be a fantastic confirmation. But I do see there's something here about, through this sort of lens of seeking and researching and trying to find out information, you could get some sort of clarity about your person by doing so, but I don't think that it's helping you. I don't think that continuing to find out more about your person, and this could be vice versa, because this could also be their energy, trying to find out information on this person is not necessarily helping you get out of like a limiting belief area in your life, right? Like, it's not providing any kind of fulfillment. You could also be having like really vivid dreams about them, or there's some sort of clarity in your dreams as well. You could be receiving messages in your dreams is coming through. All right, so let's see what else comes through in terms of the tarot portion of your reading. But I do feel like there's something here about timing and just beliefs that are keeping the two of you apart here. There's something about like overthinking, mental energy, communication could be blocked as well. It feels like, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But there is something here about like expression, right? Telling each other how you feel, that is blocking the two of you from, coming together. That could be a thing as well. So let's see. What is blocking this connection? We have the Three of Swords. We have Justice. Temperance. Nine of Wands. Okay. There's there's that like kind of like spying on social media energy again coming through. So Hierophant. And the Sun. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, let me just fix this. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Let me just move the camera a little bit so you can see. So, I'm going to start with this side over here. So with the Temperance and the Hierophant card, this talks about patience. This talks also about the timing. When I see Temperance, I think about timing. There's something here about commitment. Your person could potentially be already committed to somebody with the Hierophant card. They could already be married for some of you that's coming through. Only take it if it resonates, but that could potentially be a blockage here, is someone who is already committed or in a partnership. So that's coming through. There is, again, the indication of timing here. And I see that quite literally in the Temperance and Justice card. There's something here like if the two of you sort of, maybe ended on bad terms. I'm seeing a lot of heartbreak between the two of you with the Three of Swords. There's something here about things coming into balance eventually. There's that sort of clarity again coming through with the Page of Swords, that research, that kind of, seeking out information or knowledge. That is what's sort of sparking that kind of clarity in you. But again, I feel like there's something here about it not really providing any kind of fulfillment. So for example, let's say, and this is just a scenario, okay? So just keep that in mind. Let's say that you are dealing with someone who is already in a committed partnership and that's the blockage, right? Let's say you go on their Instagram profile, their Facebook profile, and you see that with this Page of Swords, let's say you're like scoping out their social media and you find out somehow that they got a divorce, that they, there was a breakup, or, they posted something that, reminded, like something the two of you guys shared together, or they posted something that indicated that they were single. That doesn't really provide any kind of fulfillment to you, right? It doesn't provide any kind of answer other than the fact that they could be going through something, right? You don't have all the answers, which is what the Page of Swords is about. It's just sort of this inexperienced energy. Not calling you inexperienced at all. The page is just a page, right? So it feels like you're not being really hit with... Ooh, the bell rang. 1 second. That could be a confirmation for you. So again, you're not really being provided any kind of solid information. It doesn't provide you anything. But I think that with the timing, right, with it being like not the right time, there is going to be eventually, I think, with the Justice card, where you are finally going to feel justified, where you're going to be like, oh, this makes sense. Now, for others of you, what I think is blocking this connection is communication. That's another thing that's coming through. It feels like, with the Nine of Wands, you have your guard up, and this is blocking your happiness. This is blocking clarity from coming in because you're sort of holding back how you truly feel. You're really fighting through the heartbreak here. You're really fighting through any kind of feeling or any kind of frustration, it feels like. With the Nine of Wands, it does feel like you kind of have like this energetic block as well from this person, and that's fine, right? Like, especially like, I don't know what your situation is personally, but if you feel like you don't want to connect with this person again, that's really understandable, especially if they're like in a whole nother commitment. But there is something here about you really having your guard up, and something intuitively for you is telling you to like push forward either way, be patient either way. I don't think necessarily that you're like waiting around for this person, but I think that you are curious as to, know what they're up to, know what like the situation is, especially like if you're in like no contact separation. You're really wondering like, okay, look, what is it actually that I am feeling about this person? But I do feel like the lack of communication between the two of you, and the sort of like, it's not necessarily dishonesty, but it's like the lack of communication isn't bringing any kind of clarity, and that's what's sort of stopping your happiness, your joy. For those of you that are in like a partnership with this person, like you are the one that is committed to them, and you feel like there is this sort of because we have the Three of Swords here, which talks about pain and heartbreak. So it feels like if the two of you are just on some sort of like break from each other, it feels like what's blocking the two of you is not really, it's not speaking about how you feel about each other. So there's something here about you really feeling guided to speak your truth and speak honestly and openly to this person about how you feel and how this heartbreak has been really painful for you and has been really hurtful, and you've been feeling their absence, right? For those of you that are in a committed partnership with this person, it feels like, it's like you're sharing the same bed, and you're going about it's like your roommates, right? That's the energy that's coming through for those of you who align with the committed partnership. We have the Eight of Coins, and we have Judgment, and we have the Devil. So I feel like there's something here about like, I'm going to take these as well. I feel like for some of you, you're really upset with this person. And I always notice that strongly in this Queen of Swords energy, really, really strong air sign energy coming through for you guys. But there is something here about you could be the blockage in this connection for some of you, not all of you, but it feels like the way that you are emotionally guarded from this person could be blocking actual commitment with one another, right? It could be blocking a sense of balance. I'm getting it feels like things are very much imbalanced between the two of you. We have the Eight of Coins, so it feels like this person is not harping on your behavior, right? They're not really like it feels like the way that they are is kind of focused on their own things, like their own values. And I feel like the more that you wait around for this person to communicate, I'm getting the sense that both of you are really stubborn. I feel like you feel like your person is like unfazed by the separation. You feel like they are like they don't care at all. I just think that they're at this point, what I'm seeing is that they're kind of putting their work into what they value. And then we have the Devil here and Judgment. So I feel like there is something here about, certain attachments, when I see the Devil card here, I feel like that kind of ties back into the beginning of your reading about like limiting beliefs. That's definitely tied to the Devil energy, right? Negative way of thinking. Maybe some of you have like negative habits. And, for some of you, that negative habits could be engaging in, too much social media research, right? Too much, being online, trying to find answers on your person. It seems like the clarity that you are seeking isn't helping you, right? There's a certain action step that you're taking to get the clarity that isn't working. And I think it's because you're refusing to communicate. But there is something here about a shift with the Judgment card. It feels like there is, so we have the Moon, and we also have the King of Swords. Oh, we have the King and Queen of Swords, which is great. I think, oh, and the Knight of Swords, a lot of communication, a lot of communication. It feels like the block in this connection is communication. The two of you are needing to have a conversation with one another. And my radiator is going on, like going off right now. It's a really old, like, heater. So I feel like that there's like this buildup of like needing to speak, and that's what the Judgment card is about. So, you know, with the Knight of Swords, that talks about fast, communication, very quick. So there is something here that needs to be spoken about, okay? For those of you that have like, you know, you went through a breakup or a split, or you're on some sort of break from this person, and like nobody's making the move to communicate, someone has to make the first move to communicate. Someone needs to have a conversation here. For others of you, it's like, you know, you feel like this, because we had that energy of being stuck in the past, and I think that sort of, you know, ties in with the Three of Swords here, where it feels like the more you continue to sit in the past and the lack and the suffering, the harder this is going to be for you to seek clarity, and the harder it's going to be for the two of you to connect. So there is something here about really just speaking about how, like, talking to this person, just talk to them. Yeah. And this does not apply to those of you who are in really toxic connections, you know, like, if, you know, there's a reason why this Queen of Swords is looking, you know, upset and angry, especially if you're dealing with someone who is, you know, really toxic. I don't really recommend talking to them. Obviously, you have free will and you can do what you want, but just know that this is not going to apply to you in that way, because I feel like there's something here for some of you where it feels like unresolved. It feels very much like someone needs to say their piece here. Someone needs to talk. So I do feel like what's blocking this connection is communication. So pile number 1, I really hope that resonated with you. Please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment, but be nice. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so by clicking with the link in my description. That being said, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the beautiful card Rushing In Now, this is going to be your reading about your person. We are going to ask the question, what is blocking this connection? Now, just like I said in my intro, please keep in mind, I am just confirming what you already intuitively know about your connection, okay? I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know, so just keep that in mind. So let's talk about this rushing in now. I'm just going to read the bottom. What you have been working towards is now coming to fruition. So I feel like you are at a point in your life where things are about to happen for you. Things are manifesting into your reality. For some of you guys, you could have been picturing, right, union with this person. You could be picturing having beautiful days together, spending time together. I feel like there's a lot of intimacy in this card, or the energy that's coming through for you feels really like you've been very much like daydreaming about this person, and all of a sudden you're going to be receiving confirmations slowly that there is going to be something happening with this connection. Like, things are going to start to manifest into reality. And it could feel like, you know, for some of you what the blockage was, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm an intuitive reader, so the messages come up when they come up with or without cards. What's coming through for you, it's like, you know, a potential blockage could have been, you know, things weren't going the way that you two wanted it to go. So it feels like if you were to plan something, that plan would somehow be disrupted, or there was an obstacle. It feels like there are things that are sort of, you know, getting in the way of this connection. It feels like even if the two of you are together and still in a connection, it feels like there's always something, right? It feels like there's always like, you're like, I'm getting an image of like you two driving down the road, and all of a sudden like a tree branch is in the way, or the two of you are driving and there's like, you know, like a stoplight, or like a stoplight that just keeps going. Do you know what I mean? It feels like red light, red light, red light. You know, that's the vibe. So it feels like things weren't progressing in the way that you guys intended it to. And so I think what's happening right now, there could have been a change in mindset. There could have been something here about like just sort of like an energetic shift, okay? And you could be intuitively feeling that, and that's why you're here, right? You could feel like, you know, this block is sort of lifting, maybe. So, like I said in my intro, we do have an energy check-in. Okay, so you should resonate with this portion of the reading. We have message. Okay, so for some of you, you could be receiving a message. You know what I'm getting? Every time I look at this card, I think about the iPhone emoji, the letter with the heart. I don't know why. So you could use that emoji a lot, but there is something here about you getting some sort of confirmation, some sort of message. Maybe this person is going to reach out to you and it's going to spark another cycle between you guys. I don't know. Let's see. We have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. We have music. So music could be significant in your connection with this person. Divine blueprint. They are going within to find their higher purpose and discover the meaning of life in this connection. We have put away the computer. Working less will help strengthen your relationship. We have spirit guides. And we have contracts, career, and commitments. I'm going to put that there. Okay, so let's talk about these energies. So it feels like there's something here about things being really silent right now, or things have been really silent. And it seems like there is, through this silence between the two of you, it feels like there is something here that is sparking some sort of pull towards one another. Even though things are really quiet, it feels like there's still this pull. And I'm really being drawn to sleep with this card here, with this divine blueprint. It feels like, you know, either you or your person could be heavily focused on meditation, music, right? There's that connection again with music. It's again that daydreaming energy. So it could feel like, let's say for example, you're like on the bus and you're listening to music, but you're listening to music that helps you get into like this higher vibration energy. It helps you, it's like you avoid listening to sad music because it feels like the more you listen to sad music, the farther it keeps the two of you, right? And so you begin to listen to like maybe really romantic music. Maybe I'm getting Love Story, Taylor Swift. Like you're listening to like really like maybe like super pop, really beautiful like love songs. I'm even getting for some of you, maybe you've been like really into like old love songs. Like maybe for some of you, like you love 80s love songs, 90s love songs. I'm getting like Shania Twain. What's that really famous song that You're Still the One, I think. You're still the one I want. So there's something here about you sort of connecting with your dream state, your manifestations, music, where it's helping you get into this energetic shift from really sad to depressed and lonely without this person to we belong together, like super happy. And I think that it's actually helping this connection. There's something here that's sparking a reignition. Like I'm getting like a car. I'm keeping car imagery. Maybe the two of you, like, I don't know, are in the car a lot. There was road trips or something. But I'm getting like someone like igniting the car ignition. I don't drive, by the way, so I don't know. Sorry. But yeah, there's something really like lighthearted about this pile. I don't know. It's very like sweet. I really feel like there's something here about something starting again for the two of you. And I think that spiritually with this ancestor guide, you could be someone who's like really into like working with your ancestors or really connected to past loved ones, that is helping you look at this situation with your person differently. With your person's energy, and this could also be your energy as well, they seem really overworked. They seem, with these two cards here, it feels like what's blocking them from like coming forward and speaking to you is work, other commitments. They could have a work contract that is like never ending. They could be someone who works a lot on the computer. They could work in tech, social media. I'm getting for some of you, like, I don't know, I'm getting like data or like just something that's like really for some of you, they could be like writers, like just constantly sitting on the computer having to type or do some kind of, you know, really stressful work on the computer. I don't know how to describe it. But they're being guided to sort of take a break. So this person could be either you or them. Okay, so take it how it resonates, but either you or them is being called to just maybe take a vacation, take a break. And during this kind of separation from their work and their other commitments, it's like they're resting. They're in this really restful, silent, peaceful state. And I think that your energy and their energy is sort of like connecting. Like there's sort of intertwined, invisible string type of energy that is pulling the two of you to maybe have a conversation, talk, because we do have message here. So someone could want to feel like during their vacation, during their break, they're wanting to reach out maybe, or you know, hand you some sort of letter. And you could be picturing this. I'm getting maybe for some of you, you've been doing like one of those attraction, meditation, let me attract my specific person kind of videos. I see those a lot on the internet. So I feel like maybe for some of you, you're listening to certain frequencies, or you're listening to magical stuff, I guess, energy stuff to get the two of you to align. So that's coming through strongly. Okay, so let's see. We're going to pull tarot now, and we're going to ask the question. I hope that that part resonated with you. We're going to look into what is blocking this connection from coming together. For some of you, it is work. It is like, you know, let's say you are in a connection with this person already. You know, you're wondering, you know, like what's blocking. I feel like somebody's really overworked here. I'm going to do a quick shuffle on the side. Now I have a song stuck in my head, You're Still the One. And you could really resonate with that song, right? Like, you know, maybe when you listen to this song or listen to specific songs, you really think about your person and you really think about the past. I feel like there's like a nostalgia that's coming through for either one of you, where it's like you're really focused on the memory of this person. So pile number 2, what is blocking this connection? Ooh. We have the 7 of Swords. So we have Temperance, King of Cups, and the Moon. Oh, I thought that was the 6 of Cups. It's the 6 of Coins. I thought it was the 6 of Cups. I'm getting a lot of 6 of Cups energy. A lot of emotional energy. Page of Cups. That's sweet. Okay, so we have the 6 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So there could be distance between the two of you. That could be a blockage for some of you, where the two of you could be... I'm just going to move this a little. There you go. The two of you could be in a, you know, long distance connection. That could be a blockage for some of you. Okay, so I'm getting something very strongly here about a secret. We have the High Priestess and the Moon, which indicates things that are being hidden. For a lot of you, I think that what's being hidden has something to do with feelings, because we do have the King of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Did I say the Page of Cups earlier? I meant the Page of Wands, but I said Page of Cups for some reason, so I apologize. But I think it's because I'm getting a really, really strong emotional energy between the two of you. It feels very intuitive. It feels like there are a lot of deep feelings here, but there is something here about something being hidden. Like there's I'm just getting like lock and key. So there is something here with the moon and the high priestess that is being hidden from you. So that could be a blockage. There's secrets. I'm so curious what that is though, because I feel like for some of you it's not going to be just feelings, right? The reason why I say feelings is because we have the King of Cups here, and this is someone who does have strong Pisces energy in this pile. A lot of Pisces energy. The High Priestess, the Moon, Cancer that's coming through. I'm going to start saying astrological signs because I feel like you guys like it. Again, I'm not an astrologer, but astrology is in some of these cards. So, matter of fact, all cards, but I think it helps you guys. So I'm going to start saying astrological signs if I feel like it applies. So for you, I do feel like it applies when it comes to like, Pisces energy, because there's a lot of daydreaming here, but there's some sort of secret. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. There's something is being held close to your chest or their chest. They could have an actual physical chest full of things they don't want you to see. It could be like memories of another person or something to do with their past, but there is a strong feeling that there is something being hidden from you in this connection that you don't really know about. Now, I will say what's coming through as a blockage for you guys is the lack of action, okay? The lack of action, meaning that I am not seeing any kind of communication, or I'm not really seeing any kind of, opportunity or pinnacle that's like kind of, indicating that the two of you are going to be, providing each other with any kind of substance here, any kind of value. I think right now what's happening with either you or your person with this Six of Coins and this Temperance card is providing value into things that are already present in their life. So I feel like this person, their secret could be holding feelings from you, right? That could be something that they're hiding, especially if they're someone who is overworked, that is working a lot, that is really focused on their career and finances. It feels like your presence or your connection isn't something that they are valuing at this time. And I'm going to be very honest. I don't see this person making any kind of major moves towards you. Let's see what else is here. We have the Six of Swords. This is the Nine of Swords, the Hierophant. I'm going to take these as well. Actually, you know what? Let me just continue for a second because I feel like I still have messages to get through. Yeah, a definite blockage is having feelings, right? But not making any kind of action towards those feelings. It's almost like, and I see that with the Seven of Cups here, and also the Seven of Swords. I see someone who is, and remember, take it how it applies. It could be you or them. I see someone here who definitely daydreams about you, right? You could be heavily daydreaming about this person. They could be heavily dreaming about you. It's almost like, let's say, you're working on your computer, you're working on like a really big project, right? A work project, and all of a sudden your mind sort of drifts back into this connection and you're daydreaming again, right? You're thinking about all the what ifs and if the timing was right, if this was right, if that happened and we would still be together, that, like, all those thoughts, that's the Seven of Cups, right? That kind of daydreamy, feeling that makes you feel confused. So there is something here about your dreams being really, really, significant in this reading, especially with the Moon and the High Priestess. It's almost like, again, you're really heavily thinking about all your opportunities with this person, all the things that could have been. They could also be thinking about that right now. But with the Seven of Swords talks about escapism. This is like my bolter card. This is someone who is not wanting to deal with these feelings, not wanting to, it's a very avoidant card. So this person is not really wanting to, you know, take any action steps towards you. They're kind of like avoiding these feelings. I think they come up a lot because we do have the King of Cups here. And I feel like this is your energy, the High Priestess, and they're the King of Cups. So I think that what's actually being hidden from you is on their part, because I see the moon in their energy here. So I feel like these two cards are sort of intertwined together. So I feel like your person is the one who is, you know, essentially blocking any kind of form of a connection, right? They have feelings, but they're not taking any action, which I feel like is strongly what is blocking this connection, is a lack of movement forward. It's a lack of taking any kind of steps, right? They could be someone who is avoiding any kind of commitment here with the Hierophant card. There's someone here who is non-committal. We have the Four of Coin. Yeah, so I feel like, I'm just going to move this to the side. I feel like the message here for a lot of you is that you're dealing with someone who is very much not seeing this connection as something that they can have in their life right now. We had, again, in the beginning of your reading, we had contracts and commitments, right? So this person is, again, their energy is very much focused on other things in their life, right? They're focused on just more things that they find valuable, right? And I'm not saying that they don't find you valuable or anything like that. I just think that where their head is right now is very much focused on other things and other commitments. Like I said in the beginning of your reading, this Page of Wands, look what we have here, message. So again, you could be receiving some sort of letter, some sort of confirmation. There could be that shift. I think for a lot of you, you are manifesting this connection to come back together. And I think that you've been putting in the work and doing so. I think that you are really pulling on this person's energy. I think that you've been doing that manifestation work. You've been writing in your journal. You've been listening to certain frequencies to get this message like on your phone or in your email. Like you are really, really wanting to create this Seven of Cups into reality. You are wanting to create a partnership between the two of you. Okay, so I do feel like that's strongly coming through. I feel like the advice for you is to continue to stay in an energy of the romance, right? Continue to stay with this attraction card. You attract romantic love by enjoying a moment fully. So this kind of stepping away from the computer that we saw in the beginning of your reading, this also applies to you and not just them, right? This applies to you closing down those YouTube frequency readings, and closing down, you know, the tarot stuff and all that kind of, you know, how do I say it? Don't try to force this message to come through, right? Because I think that it'll come through either way as long as you stay in a positive energy. Because I feel like for you, pile number 2, you really transformed into this, lonely, clingy, just kind of just sad person to someone who is vibrating way higher. It's like you had a glow up. Your personality has changed. Your mindset has changed. So continue to stay in this powerful, powerful energy. And I think that you are going to get what you want, right? And if it's this connection, so be it. But I do think what is blocking this connection is a lack of movement forward. It's a lack of taking action. It's feeling things for each other, but nobody making a move. It's, having feelings for one another, right? Having those strong, deep feelings for one another, but nothing is happening. Nothing is happening because this person is committed to other things, right? Like there's that blockage of, it not moving forward because honestly, maybe one person doesn't want it to. So for some of you, you could be in an unrequited situation as well, But, you know, take it how it resonates, okay? So I hope, pile number 2, that this resonated with you. I hope that I brought the clarity that you were seeking. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can do so by clicking with the link in my description. But thanks again for being here, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to look into your person, and we're going to ask the question, what is blocking this connection? So you guys chose the perfect timing card, which is like kind of like my serendipitous pile, I feel like. Like I said in the beginning of your reading, okay, we are going to look into what is blocking this connection, but I want you to understand that I'm only confirming intuitively what you already know or what you already feel about what is blocking this connection. So I'm not telling you anything new, okay? I am telling you something that you already intuitively feel is the accurate answer to this question, okay? So let's look into this perfect timing card. I feel energetically for you, pile number 3, that this is the energy that I'm picking up here for you guys is this feeling of you understanding and having the knowing that whatever is blocking this connection will remove on its own time. It feels very much that you are aware of God's plan for the two of you. You are aware of, you know, it's like you're trusting in divine timing here. And you so strongly believe that the two of you are going to come together one day. You feel it deep in your bones and your soul that, you know, whatever is blocking this connection, it will lift on its own. So it's like you're not trying to force anything. You're not trying to, like, you know, force any kind of like manifestation or get this person back into your energy. It's kind of like you're letting it be. But there is curiosity here, and I think that I'm here to confirm that curiosity for you. I think you're wondering, you know, you're wanting that confirmation, right? So let's read the bottom of this. It says, new doors are opening now and new opportunities are coming your way. So it feels like for you, whatever is happening in your life, it feels very much like it's meant to happen. So I feel like there are certain opportunities, certain people that are coming into your life where it feels just right. It feels just perfect. And you could also feel, what I'm getting for you guys, pile number 3, is like, there's going to be certain like confirmation, certain opportunities that come your way where you're going to start to notice like, oh my God, the block between this connection is lifting. It's going to feel like there's certain opportunities that are going to come your way that's going to help the two of you come into some kind of union or alignment. For example, let's say the blockage in your connection, I'm just going to use an example. Let's say the blockage in your connection is distance, right? The two of you are apart because of distance. That's the obstacle. All of a sudden, you get an opportunity that is in the same location and town that this person lives in, or city that this person lives in. And it's like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. Everything is aligning perfectly, right? So it's like things are happening that is helping the two of you kind of come back together in a sense. So like I said in the beginning, right, we have energy check-in here, so you should resonate with this part of the reading. Not all of it, but, you know, at least some of it. We have poverty. This gives me very much like 5 of Pentacles energy. We have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. We have divine truth. We are helping this connection evolve to see things as they really are and bring light to all that has been hidden. We have anxiously waiting. They search for you in everything, feel you everywhere, always in the back of their mind, hoping they run into you. Yeah, this is so, like, on the marker, like very accurate. We have decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. We have cosmic purpose. Oh my God, this is so, like, accurate. It's not even funny, you guys. I hope that you're intuitively already feeling like you're in the right pile. Oh my God, we have reunion soul ties. And I don't look at these cards, by the way, when I pull them. Okay, so pile number 3. This is such a beautiful energy. I love this energy. It's so serendipitous. It's so, things are happening for us. It's like you intuitively feel that the block between the two of you is absolutely lifting. It's like opportunities are falling in your lap after lap after lap. Like, it's like, whoa. It's like, and it's a very kind of trusting energy. There's some sort of divine trust that is happening with you. Okay? Because I feel like even if you don't feel like that right now, you're being guided to do so. Every decision that you make right now is helping you on the path of alignment. It is helping you to get to your purpose, your destiny on this life, on this earth, right? You could be someone who was questioning, and I'm really drawn to this really sad little poverty card. It doesn't mean like you're broke living on the street, anything like that. No, that's not the vibe. The vibe of this poverty card is that you are coming out of a period of struggle. For some of you guys, you have been looking for employment, right? You're looking for some sort of opportunity to help you, get that spark back in your life, to get that, excitement, to get things going. So for some of you, if you've been unemployed, I do see some sort of opportunity here, doors opening that's going to help you come out of this energy. For others of you, this sort of poverty energy, it's a very Five of Pentacles card. Like, it's very much like a place of lack and feeling like you don't have support, feeling like you aren't loved, right? You're really coming out of that energy. You're really starting to understand that you have to have trust and faith in God, universe, source, whatever you believe in, that things are happening for you. And I think that you've been patiently waiting on some sort of confirmation, waiting on some sort of sign from the universe that this is happening. And I think that if you continue to stay in a very positive mindset, if you continue to understand that every decision that you are making up until this point is for you, right? Like, every decision you've been making is for you and not with this person. Do you know what I mean? Like I picked up on that example earlier in your reading, right? Where we talked about distance being a potential blockage in this connection. Let's say, for example, it's not like you necessarily applied for a job specifically in that town that they live in, right? It just so happens that application took you to that job. There's some sort of opportunity that took you to a certain job, a city or whatever, where this person is located. It's not like you were forcefully trying to seek that out. It feels very much like whatever decision is happening, it's all for your good, your higher best self. Now for some of you, let's use another example, okay? There is a decision that needs to be made about what this connection means to each other. There is a decision that needs to be made about where this connection is going. Someone needs to express their love. Someone needs to express how they feel. That's what's needing to happen here. I think the two of you are needing to speak to one another. Express to them how you feel, especially if you're at a distance. Let's say the blockage is distance, right? Let's say neither one of you is willing to, make a certain move here. Some sort of compromise needs to happen, some sort of sacrifice, I feel like. And I think that for some of you intuitively, you know this, right? You know that there is something here, some sort of decision that needs to be made about your connection that is coming through very, very strongly. I think you're anxiously awaiting maybe their answer, right? Maybe you did talk already, and maybe you did express your love, and you're anxiously waiting on some sort of news and confirmation from them. But for others of you, I think that this is strongly related to some sort of separation that you guys are in. Like if there's been, a split, breakup, or you're on a break from this person, it feels like what you're doing right now, every decision that you've been making is for you individually. And I think that that's helping things align with the soul ties here. For others of you, I'm getting you're either in this together or you're not. So there's certain circumstances in your connection that is blocking the two of you, right? Again, for some of you, it's distance, jobs, other certain circumstances. You'll know what that is intuitively. That's potentially blocking the two of you, like blocking you from being together. And your decision lies into, are we going to do this together, right? So that's another decision here that needs to be made. I feel like for a lot of you, I think that whatever is happening right now it's like a crucial moment that is happening in your life. Like, it's a very crucial, very significant part of your life. So for a lot of you, you're going through really, really massive, major life changes. For some of you guys could be moving. Others of you could have just lost a job. Others of you, there could be an opportunity that leads you to a different country or something like that. It just feels like big changes are happening for you, that are kind of really life altering. And I think that certain decisions and certain opportunities are part of your life plan that's like destined for you. So let's get into the tarot, okay? Let's see. I hope that resonated, you guys. I really do. I will say I am liking this pile. I do like this pile. I'm going to do a quick shuffle. I'm getting that Ed Sheeran song. We were just kids when we fell in love. Not knowing what, I don't know what that song is. Oh, the bell just rang. The bell has been ringing so much in this reading. Or in this video for all the other piles too. So for some of you, you could be receiving some sort of confirmation with this person about how they feel about you very soon. I'm strongly getting for some of you that, like, what's blocking this connection is choice. Not for all of you, but I feel like for some of you. Yeah, a lot of, like, I feel like what's blocking this connection definitely has something to do with choice and also, like, interruptions. It feels like there's a lot of, like, had to stop your reading a few times. Doorbell rang, someone came in, like it just feels I had to keep hitting pause. So there's something here about this connection being on a pause. There's also this feeling of, like, choice. Like, either the both of you chose to kind of, maybe take a break, a pause to stop the connection. And now you're sort of on your, like, own individual paths is what's coming through for some of you. But it just feels like there's something here about a choice being made. Yeah, a lot of choice, a lot of decisions. I'm getting even, like, different, like, cross paths or individual paths. And that has a lot to do with that cosmic purpose card that we saw. So what is blocking this connection? Four of Wands. Magician. Oh, wow. There's that pause again. Wow. You guys, this is actually really great energy. This is beautiful. So we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck and the Nine of Swords. So I'm just gonna, I feel like this is zoomed in too much, but I actually don't know. Give me 1 second. Oops. Okay, so I feel like, I feel like what's blocking this connection is destiny. Like, it's fate. Whatever this connection is, it feels very fated. I don't know why I'm picking up on that energy. I think because the Star is here and also the Four of Wands. It feels very much like this is definitely out of your control. And that star card, again, is tied to the purpose of this connection, the purpose of your own life, your own individual paths is leading to something. And I think it's actually leading to the two of you connecting and union here with the Four of Wands. But I think there's a definite pause here. There's a definite stillness, and I think it's due to free will and choice. But I think the connection coming back together and that kind of union, that there's strong marriage energy here. That sort of reconnection, that commitment is sort of going to happen on its own fated line. It feels like the two of you probably let this go, right? And it feels like it'll come back again when it's meant to. It feels, again, that serendipitous thing, that perfect timing. The stars are going to align. I'm getting the song This Love by Taylor Swift, one of my favorite songs of all time. There's a specific lyric that goes, these hands had to let it go free, and this love came back to me. So there's something here strongly indicating that the blockage between the two of you is actually meant, it's the best for you right now. Because I think that individually, there's opportunities happening for the both of you. Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins. These are gifts from God. These are opportunities that are leading you and guiding you to your purpose on this life, on this earth, essentially. Things that you have been really wanting to manifest, things that you have been wanting to happen. There's something here about your stability. I just saw 444 on the clock, especially with the Four of Wands. It feels like there's something here about maybe you moving. That's an opportunity. We talked about that in your reading as well. There's something here about the stars just aligning for the both of you. Things are happening, and it could feel like, I think the song that I left off for you guys before I took that pause was that Ed Sheeran song. I don't remember what it's called, but you can look up the lyrics, the part where he goes, we were just kids when we fell in love. So, and that ties into that poverty thing, right? That feeling of like not really knowing who you are is kind of coming through. That like, when we were young, we were just kids, like we were struggling, we were, trying to make ends meet, we were, and that was a blockage, right? That was blocking the two of you. It feels like, you're coming together at a perfect time, which is really, really significant here. This pause, this sort of, stillness that is happening right now in your connection, this period of reflection, there has to be something happening intuitively for you during this reflection period. If you're not reflecting, you should. There's something here about this pause is happening for you to seek fulfillment in something. It's happening for you to discover yourself. It's happening for you to go on that individual path that we were talking about, separate from this person. It feels very much like you could be weighed down by like certain it just seems like there's like certain things, beliefs, responsibilities that are really weighing you down or have been weighing you down. And that could have been in the past, right? So it feels like there is something coming out of the woodworks about like an opportunity that is helping you achieve some sort of success here with the Ace of Coins. This is definitely an opportunity that's going to improve your certain circumstances, especially if you've been, struggling to, I'm getting for some of you, like really struggling to come out of a certain state of stagnation or depression, or it just seems like an opportunity that's going to spark some kind of motivation, passion, desires. And I think that you were right. Intuitively, something is being lifted in your connection in terms of that blockage, right? It feels like it's being lifted. It feels like something is sort of like someone is literally taking a veil. Some of you guys are definitely getting married. I don't know what, getting a lot of like wedding imagery. But there is this strong indication that like the blockage is definitely lifting for the two of you. And I think that blockage had a lot to do with choice and free will and just not, it's like the both of you know that like this can't happen right now, right? but I feel like things are progressing, things are changing for the two of you, and the stars are aligning. There's something shifting here for the both of you. I really think that the two of you could possibly be coming together very soon. So at the bottom of the deck, we have, again, the Hierophant card, right? So this is talking about that marriage again, commitment. We have the Nine of Swords. So there is a little bit of stress and anxiety about when this is going to happen. We do have the Three of Swords as well. So I feel like the two of you could have been really struggling with the separation part of this at one point, right? It feels like the anxiety is definitely there about like when this is going to happen, when the two of you are going to reach some sort of resolution, when the two of you are going to really come into union, come together here. But again, there's something here about you being reminded, right, by these opportunities that are presenting themselves to you, that it's going to happen when it's meant to. It's the perfect timing. You had to let this go in order for this to come together again. And I think for those of you who are still in that period of struggle, of really losing hope and faith with that Star card, it feels like there is a kind of battle between having faith and then lack of faith. You're being guided to reconnect with your faith again, reconnect with holding out hope that fate will bring the two of you back together. I think that you look up at the moon and you look up at the stars and you think about this person and you just know that they are a part of your destiny, that they will be a part of your path again. So pile number 3, I almost said 2, but pile number 3, thank you so much for being here. I really hope that reading resonated with you. If you would like a book of personal reading, you can do so by clicking with the link in my description. I offer specific personal love readings, regular love readings, career, life purpose, etc. But yeah, thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in another reading. Bye!